What's up, everyone? The single biggest question hanging over the Miami Dolphins right now is, who is going to replace Jalen Ramsey? Bringing Minkah Fitzpatrick home was a huge move for the safety position, but it doesn't solve the massive, glaring hole at outside cornerback. The current plan seems to be relying on young and proven talent, which is a massive gamble for a team with playoff hopes. But what if there was a perfect solution available? A new trade proposal has surfaced that would land the Dolphins a former first-round pick to immediately solve their biggest problem. The trade proposal. The idea comes from Corey Woodruff after the win, and it's one of those trades that just makes too much sense. Here's the proposed deal. The Miami Dolphins receive cornerback Greg Newsome II. The Cleveland Browns receive a 5th-round pick and a 7th-round pick. Let's break down why this is a potential home run for everyone involved. Why the win for the Dolphins? For Miami, this is a no-brainer. It fills a desperate need. The article says it perfectly. The Dolphins have a glaring need for a cornerback. Newsome can fill that need. He would step in as an immediate starter on the outside. Proven talent. Newsome isn't a project. He's a former first-round pick from Northwestern. While he may have fallen out of favor in Cleveland's specific scheme, he has proven he can play at a high level in the NFL. Low cost, high reward. Giving up a couple of late-round picks for a starting caliber corner on an expiring deal is fantastic value. It allows Miami to instantly upgrade their secondary without mortgaging their future. Why the Browns would agree. So, why would a contender like Cleveland trade away a good player? It's all about the business of the NFL. Contract year. This is the key. Newsome is playing on his 5th-year option, meaning he's a free agent after this season. The Browns may have already decided they aren't going to pay him the big money he'll want in a new contract. Asset management. The choice for the Browns is simple. Let Newsome play out the year and likely leave for nothing in free agency, or trade him now and get valuable draft picks in return. Getting something is always better than getting nothing. A win for the player. 2. This move would also be a huge victory for Greg Newsome himself. He would get a much-needed fresh start in a new city, step into a guaranteed starting role, and have an entire season prove he's worth a massive new contract, which the Dolphins would have the first chance to offer him. This is a rare win-win-win scenario. The Dolphins solve their biggest problem. The Browns get assets for a player they might lose anyway, and Newsome gets the fresh start he needs. So, I'm asking you, if you're the Dolphins GM, do you make this call? Is this the move that solidifies the defense? Let me know in the comments. The Miami Dolphins have a problem, and it's hiding in plain sight. As rookies report for training camp, one of their most crucial new pieces, 2nd-round pick Jonas Savainia, is a no-show. While it's not technically a holdout since he's unsigned, this is the first step in a standoff that could have major consequences for Miami's season. So, what's the holdup? It's not about the total value of his contract. That's already slotted by the NFL's collective bargaining agreement at around 4 years and $11.3 million. This entire dispute comes down to one critical word: guarantees. Across the league, a new precedent is being set. 2 other 2nd-round picks have already signed fully guaranteed contracts. Now, Savaiania's camp, like most of the other unsigned 2nd-rounders, is pushing for the same security. The Dolphins, so far, are holding the line. It's a league-wide game of chicken over guaranteed money, and Miami is right in the thick of it. So, why is this one player's contract such a big deal for Dolphins? Because Savaiania wasn't drafted to be a depth piece. He was drafted to be a day-one starting guard. He is a central figure in the team's commitment to becoming a tougher, more physical presence in the running game. But the most critical issue is offensive line chemistry. Cohesion up front is arguably the most important factor for an offense, and it's built through thousands of reps in training camp. Miami's projected starting line is already filled with new faces and question marks. They are adding another new guard in James Daniels. Austin Jackson is returning from a season-ending knee injury, and Patrick Paul barely played last year. This unit desperately needs time to gel, and every practice Savainia misses is a major setback for that process. So, when should fans actually start to panic? Let's break it down. Right now, it's a minor problem. He's missing rookie orientation and initial installs. He can catch up. If he's still unsigned by July 22nd, when veterans report the concern level rises significantly, he will start missing full team practices and crucial chemistry building reps with the starters. If this drags into the preseason games, it's time to worry. At that point, it becomes a real question whether he can get up to speed in time to be an effective starter for Week 1. The worst-case scenario, where he sits out the entire year and re-enters the draft, is extremely unlikely. But the longer the standoff continues, the more it hurts the Dolphins' chances of hitting the ground running in 2025. They are counting on Savaiania to be a cornerstone, and right now, that cornerstone is missing.